all alone in deep wood, yet a presence felt all the same. An uneasy feeling you can't explain. What was that? A twig? A snap? A growl? A whisper? Terror grips, you look around. How do you defend yourself from that which can't be found? Hello then, my fellow hunters, and meet Chameleos, an elder dragon completing a trio with Teostra and Kushala, and for some reason didn't make it to World. He is my second favourite elder dragon. He does have the advantage of quite essentially being just a chameleon monster-fied, and I'm a big fan of my lizards, and I kinda do plan on getting a chameleon one day. You know, I feel like it would look good next to my bearded dragon and my blue-tongued skink and my red-foot tortoise and my two black and white tegus. I don't have a problem! You have a problem! But one thing that I do not have a problem with is Chameleos. Now, he's not going for the usual grace, elegance, majestic power of his brethren elder dragon. Okay, look, I'll just say it. He's a bit fucking weird. But he's certainly unique, and he has a face that you don't forget. He is actually quite horrifying when you think about it, but I find a strange beauty in him. The purple colouring is lovely. His frilly leaf-shaped tail for camouflage on a monster that can go invisible. I mean, way to double down, Chameleos. The classic pair of eyes that look just alien as they rotate independently, darting, scanning the environment for threats and prey alike, allowing for a full 360 degrees of constant vigil. A hooded crest of a crown to add to his intimidation factor and otherworldliness, complete with a natural harpoon-like horn, good for a spot of impaling. But his most prominent feature is one that every good chameleon cannot do without, lying hidden in wait within his vicious maw, lined with needle-like teeth longer than your hand, is his most deadly and signature weapon, the long, sticky tongue.
My first, my last, my everything.
Able to lash out at a moment's notice with precision, briefly cresting unimaginable speeds of 2,600 meters per second as it accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 1/100th of a second. And just as a side note, that's real-life chameleon stats. I mean, you blink and you miss it. It's actually quite remarkable. Now, this tongue won't be the last thing you ever see because, well, you won't see it. A sense of being watched and then darkness. Never-ending darkness. Now, Chameleos doesn't boast tornado summoning, supernova firing, almost unnatural power of its fellows, but what it can do, well, go invisible, which is not bad, right? So, it achieves this via a two-part mechanism. Number one, controlling the electric current that flows through its rubbery skin that helps absorb and turn away blows, and by breathing a thick white mist in great gouts all over the battlefield, blanketing it in dread. Then the light refracting between his skin, the mist, activates essentially a camo cloak, and he disappears from sight, escaping effortlessly or appearing behind you as if teleported with incredible speed and agility for a surprise attack. It's incredibly hard to see in his mist clouds, never mind if the target you're looking for is quite literally invisible. Now, naturally, this makes them incredible ambush hunters, and look, I was a little bit disingenuous earlier. The whole leaf tail camo is because without the mist that they breathe, well, the invisibility doesn't exactly work, so they lie in wait incredibly still, flat against the environment for a unwary victim to wander by. Now, they can, of course, use the mist and turn the area into, well, but a lot of would-be prey, hunters included, have learnt thick mist is very bad for your health. It cannot be understated how utterly frightening being hunted by a Chameleos is. You can be minding your own business, and then... Oh, Jesus! Oh, Chameleos! Oh! But we're not done there. There is many more tricks up Chameleos' tongue. Tongue felt like the right choice. Sleeves are basically tongue. God damn it. But those tricks include a saliva that corrodes away armor and then seeps into the skin and exhausts prey and hunters alike, the weapons becoming heavy, the will to fight being eroded as you are forced to stand there, unable to move and accept your ultimate fate. And if that's not enough, because it's not, Chameleos has one of the most potent toxins in all of Monster Hunter. And not just a poisonous bite or the tongue, no, it comes out in huge clouds of gas, filling the battlefield in beautiful purple, hungry for life. You essentially want to hold your breath when a Chameleos is around. It can even fan its tail to create huge gusts of wind to blow away and knock down whoever, well, it feels like, very similar to Kushala wind barrier. And he then has a series of physical attacks that you might expect, impacting you with the tongue, clawing at you, charging at you, all of the good stuff made extra effective by it coming out of, well, nowhere most of the time, but that's not to say you can't fight back. A strong jolt of electricity will send Chameleos' natural defenses haywire, essentially shorting them out for a time, forcing him to stay visible and therefore vulnerable. A Chameleos is an elder dragon who embodies the whole, being oh so much greater than the sum of its parts. It can direct its mist and toxins via its large webbed wings, and there is a lot of individualism between Chameleos. Even by Elder Dragon standards, they are incredibly clever cookies, capable of employing tactics and analysing the perfect way to take down what aggresses them. And even some Chameleos have a paralytic component to their tongue. So to fight a Chameleos is to deal with all of the things. You have to handle the trickery. You are facing a creature that moves and acts in a way that is just a little bit unnerving. It's jittery, it's odd. You can never quite tell what it's thinking, what it's about to do. One moment it will be whipping its tongue at you, the next billowing toxic clouds, the next disappeared, striking from behind with tooth and claw. You have to be on your toes, you need a reaction time. It is a tense, horrific dance as you prepare for whatever onslaught comes next from a myriad of natural options that the Chameleos can employ. But they are fond of one fun little tactic. You see, Chameleos, the Mist Dragon, well, he likes a little bit of devilish fun. when the Elder Dragons sit down to play D&D, Chameleos is always a rogue, and as such is a bloody right little bastard of a thief. He likes to raid hunter camps, stealing any food he can find, and generally just causing havoc, but more intimately in combat will use his sticky tongue not only for its various deadly uses, but to rob you blind. See, taking a hit will likely see an item of yours getting ripped from your person. Say goodbye to that max potion. It's it's really irritating, but it is a lot of fun. It gives him some real personality as a right little blighter, and chameleons are kind of like that. They have some lovely little ticks. Oh, hey, you filming me? I am beautiful. Let me just.
Oh, hey, what's going on? Hi.
What the hell?
What?
Steven, no.
Is that food? Oh, I'm gonna get. Wait.
No, it's not food. What the hell are you doing, Steven?
Could be food? Oh, I think it might be food. Actually, no, that doesn't make sense.
I want you to know that you're adopted, Steven. So the reason that Chameleos have learnt... I can't wait to get one. So the reason that Chameleos do steal the items, the reason they've learnt that this is... Like, think about that, right? Chameleos have learnt that taking the items off the hunters makes them so much worse at combating them because a hunter relies on his preparation. But the reason that they do it, other than weakening their would-be foe, is because they know that it's frustrating, and they rely on the hunter losing motivation to continue hunting them, so they don't lose more of their belongings. Is that not just the purest, most incredible thing you've heard, right? This Elder Dragon, for all its incredible arsenal, essentially goes... Yeah, I'm gonna just make you so sick of my shit that you just turn around and go home because it's not worth it. And I love it. I absolutely love it. And all of this said then, Chameleos is actually quite the calm little fellow. He avoids combat, retreats when he can, and doesn't want a straight up fight, which makes sense. He's not built for proper one-on-one physical combat. He is actually, when it comes down to it, really weak. He needs all of his various little trickeries to get by, but when he does have them all, my word, you are in for one hellish experience. And I want it in World so bad. You can see why I love this guy. I'm very fond of reptiles, specifically lizards, and Chameleos, for a monster chameleon, is just perfect for me. He can do loads of fun shenanigans. His fight is memorable and entertaining because he's such a... Oh, you! And Chameleos is like, oh, me! And I can just get behind that fully. And the thing is, he's not in World, despite being tied in a trio with Kushala and Teostra, who are more than likely because of Pookie fucking Pookie.
Oh, hi! Pookie dropping by.
And I don't mind Pookie. In fact, Chameleos is the reason that I do like Pookie so much, because, you know, essentially Chameleos is Pookie Elder Dragonified, though of course he came first, and Pookie is, well, froggy lizardy, and I do like that too. He's got the tongue thing going on, but... Oh, I'd rather have Chameleos. Would it not be fun to be hunted and hunt this on and off invisible little trickster that's going to be there stealing everything you hold dear while poisoning you, rendering you lost in a cloud of mist as he appears to tear into you with tongue, teeth, horn, claw, and ultimately melt your armor, paralyze you, exhaust you, and force you to come to terms that...
Enough is enough!
I have had it with this motherfucking Chameleos stealing my motherfucking items! Return from a hunt. And really, of course, he would fit perfectly in the ancient forest, but you could also give him a stint in, essentially any zone. He quite literally blends in. It's sort of his thing. He can be a roaming threat that appears rarely and has to be brought down, primarily for research. The guild is desperate for Chameleos specimens. The official entry is extremely rare due to its ability to literally vanish. That'll do it, won't it? So, they are one of the most seldom seen creatures in all of Monster Hunter, and I, for one, want to see them just a little bit more. There's nothing crazy going on with this guy, but he is just... he's just fun. Look at him! Oh, I love him. I love him. My second favourite Elder Dragon, and I hope you enjoyed this lovely little talk on him. So for now, like if you did, subscribe for more, hit the bell, let me know what you'd like lorified for next time, and I'll see you soon. A goodbye.
Rage Gaming with the video float.
But that's all that's really relevant at the mo, but I'm still gonna leave this up so you patrons know that I love you even though the outro's no longer that kind of relevant. But the new one's being worked on and it's gonna be a truly badass song, and don't worry, I won't be doing any rapping on it. I'm gonna go now. This was shit.